Freakiest show. Hey guys.
Is this a sound check?
No, I mean we're just here tonight. Here it is. We're here at Secret Studio. Welcome, first of all. Welcome, Marcy.
My gosh.
Welcome, Carmen. Welcome. Cheers. What are we drinking? Straight from Ace of Cups. What is this?
You are drinking Stay Out of the Forest.
What? So good.
How did you remember the name of it?
So good.
Inspired by your childhood in Logan.
So good. And all the mischief.
And Marcy is drinking what we call a jazzy bobo, which is our bourbon punch
with extra
that you
bourbon.
add extra bourbon to. I figured we'd loosen her up.
Look at that. Isn't that not gorgeous?
First of all, how did you? I'm really interested in how did you start with your music?
Ooh.
As a kid, or tell me about your
I mean,
history.
as a kid, I was a pretty. I grew up in a really small town, WV. Sang in church choir, but nothing big. Never had any solos or anything like that. Loved singing in choir. I still love singing in choirs. I want there to be choirs when COVID is over because singing next to people and harmonizing is such a beautiful feeling. But, I played a marching band.
What did you play?
I played the trumpet.
I played the trumpet.
Get the hell out.
In the fifth grade.
I was all the way until I got braces when I was a senior. Then I went from second chair to 30th.
How do you do that?
It hurts. I sucked. So I did that. Took piano lessons for a while.
Okay.
Didn't really pick up guitar until, I was probably 19.
Okay,
and then didn't pick it up much then really either. I had no dreams of
So how did it happen for you?
I think it just, I got really lucky in that it was easy for me to pick stuff up. I can play by ear pretty well. And I guess I have a natural sense of timing. So I played in, my next door neighbor's band. They needed someone to fill in on the bass one day to play AC/DC songs. Awesome. And so I was just and I was in. I was like, this is fun. And they're like, you can follow the drummer. You're in the band. But we never left the basement. We never got to play a gig.
What was the name of the band? Do you remember?
Been Taken.
Been Taken.
Been Taken.
That's amazing.
It's a really good
I
name.
see it in an 80s font.
Yes, you definitely should.
Or something.
You definitely should.
Been
And then, didn't do a lot. Fiddled around on acoustic guitar and stuff. But man, playing acoustic guitar was I never enjoyed it.
It's a drag, let me tell you.
It's hard. It hurts your fingers. And then I went to school at OU, Bobcat. Right? Yep. And, the stupidest story of all time. I was in overflow housing because I was too out of it to figure out how to get a dorm room. And I was in my room playing Iggy Pop, and my bass was laying on my dorm bed, which is this big. And some punk rock dudes walked by, and then they walked by again, and they walked by a third time. They're like, do you play the bass? And I'm like, yeah, sort of. And they're like, is that Iggy Pop? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay. And then I heard no more.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks later, they sent, there's a really good word for people that they send on their behalf.
Ambassador.
Yeah, they sent an ambassador of punk rock in the town of Athens to ask me if I wanted to play in their band.
Did they kneel?
They knelt. They said, hey, are you the one with the bass? And I'm like, yeah.
On the tiny bed.
Can you be in our band? I had a bass, so I got to be in the band.
So what was that band?
Well, that band was called One Man's Head.
Okay.
And we were, the punkest band in Athens for a couple of years.
Amazing.
And man, it was freaking awesome. And I've got my chops, my bass chops. We played 32 songs in 34 minutes.
Where'd y'all play?
Down at the Union, Student Union.
Amazing. Baker Center.
Couple of stupid-ass frat parties. One where they filled the entire room up with leaves and wore loincloths. I don't understand that one, but...
What did you dress like then? What was your style?
Very art punk. Boots like this. Okay. I made my own little t-shirt dresses.
Awesome.
I wore pieces of t-shirt as jewelry. I was an art student, so I had to represent. So cool. A lot of spray painted things.
So that was a couple years, and then...
And then when some lady friends and I decided we wanted to have our own band one summer before my one friend moved to New York after she graduated, and we were like, okay, well, you're playing that, and you're playing that, and two of us played the bass, so they were like, okay, well, one of us has to play guitar, and I was like, okay. So I did reluctantly play guitar. And that was a band that formed before Scrawl. And then we got a gig in Columbus, which is insane. You know, we were nothing, but we were funny. It was very performance arty.
And where were you?
In Athens.
But where were you in Columbus?
We came up here to play a show, met Sue Harshey. And then we got this show opening for, I think it was the Butthole Surfers was our first show.
Like just the whole surface. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing.
It's like, you want to open for them? Like Kurt Schieber, who had the record store, was like, you guys are freaking weird, and people thought we were good, so they were like, you want to open for Butthole Surfers? Like, yeah. And so
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Sue was like, we can play. No, we can't. Our bass player moved to New York, and I was like, I know Sue from. She was in a band called No America, a punk band. She had a mohawk, I think. Yeah. And so she was like, I'll play, and then that was it.
Well, so the first time you ever met her was just playing out, or like, do you remember distinctly that first?
Yeah,
moment?
I remember distinctly because she was hanging out with a guy that was in another band and who was kind of half Columbus, half Athens. That sounded kind of half-assed. And me and my other drunk friend like barged up to their apartment to see if they wanted to go party, the two dudes, and Sue was there, and I remember like,
yeah,
who's that?
we just had like a That's the
just
best.
like an instant kind of a thing.
That's amazing.
And she was just like, it was just instant. And then we would write letters to each other from Athens to Columbus. My favorite band this week is, and all
God,
that
I
kind
love
of stuff.
letters. And
We would write letters, and it always had to start with what are the top 10s that you're listening to right now kind of thing. But that's how we met.
And so
Which is awesome.
Officially, what year did you become Scrawl?
I think it was 86.
Okay. Wow. And so, how did it go from when you were like, we're together?
We weren't trying to do jack shit, which
But
is
you did, girl.
so interesting, like how we had zero goals.
Yeah.
We just liked practicing and hanging out and being in the practice room and trying to write songs, but like zero goals. Just
what was going on in your lives at that
oh
time?
God,
Like
a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
What was going on? That's really hard. I mean, I was just like I don't know. I think I was probably really angsty, but not really. I don't know what was going on. I just, really one of the only times I ever feel completely at ease is if I'm playing music with other people and it's going well.
Yeah.
Then this certain type of like experience kicks in that just that's just the only time that you ever really feel that way.
Where'd you make your first
We
record?
made it in this guy's mom and dad's basement.
Okay.
Which was sad because like we couldn't sing very loud. It's like, don't be loud, but you're a punk band, and I say we have a song called Slut.
Yeah.
Be careful. Well, let's wait till mom and dad leave before you do Slut, and just like
so good.
It was just that kind of thing. I mean, it sounded really good, and it did great. Like it got reviewed in the Village Voice. I mean. So
what would that feel like?
We didn't do anything. I don't know. We were just like, what the fuck? Because we weren't doing, like, our friends were like, can I have 50 copies to mail? And we're like, sure. Like, we just had no clue.
It
felt crazy.
It is. I bet it was.
It felt crazy.
And so were you starting to then make money on your music yet?
Hell
or no?
no.
But you feel more comfortable? You were like, I love this. We're going to tour. Like,
I mean, it's really fun to go and play at, like, CBGB's. And...
yeah.
We got to do some cool tours and tour with bands and was like, oh my God, like my idols, it's like you get to play a show with them. I mean, that part's amazing. And I like playing music. I mean, that's fun. And I love playing with Sue. I mean, there's just like a very fortunate partnership where it's very natural.
Yeah.
We can read each other's minds almost. And if she says that part's not working, I believe her 100%. You know what I mean? Like, we can just really clicked as far as working together to write. Because, like, being a solo type person has never been on my radar. Yeah. And, that was a very interesting thing for us as a band is, they always want someone to, all they do as soon as they start trying to give you publicity is they want someone to step to the front. And it was really hard because we were adamant. Like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I think of back, even in college and stuff, I think about you guys were always together in all shots, and like you know, that is true, and you were very much.
It's a band. It's called a band.
But it wasn't like there wasn't a.
But boy, they really push you.
No, it was.
They really push you. So it's just weird. And we didn't know anything. We knew nothing. I mean, we were just idiots for a very long time about everything.
But you were doing what you loved, so.
Yeah, and fortunately, the huge mistakes that we made and the assholes that we ran into along the way were not enough to ruin it.
That's good.
You know, because that definitely happens. So.
That's so great. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. I mean, you've probably been. I know I've been like, will you take my photograph with me? Like in alleys, and I have some photos. I think I sent Sue a picture of me and my friend Allison, and we were like stalking you guys. We're like, hello, excuse me. You're walking away somewhere. We're like, we just take our picture. Like, huge fan.
Yeah,
forever.
That's just amazing.
It's amazing because I think too
I still don't think of it. Like,
well, I think being a girl, you know, and like I just remember just thinking like you were very powerful, you know, and that was enticing to me, music or not. Like I was just like I was looking in the 90s, especially I was looking for females that were, you know,
it was not easy a lot of times either.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we all know that have done our thing in this world.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times it's just not easy to kind of
well you're
what you do.
You were definitely not just my idol, I'm sure. You know, many people's idols.
That's scary.
And you're here and you're gonna even play music. I can't wait.
And drink jazzy bobos.
And drink. Okay, yes. Let's talk about this. This green wooded shrub love. What is it called again?
Shrub love.
It's so good.
It will.
What are y'all drinking? Come here, Carmen.
Oh, all right. Here.
What are you
We're
drinking?
gonna mask up, but we're just gonna.
Okay.
Are you gonna top it off? Is she gonna top you off?
I'm just gonna take it. What's this called again?
So this is called Stay on the Forest.
Stay on the Forest. Okay, thank you.
But you can call it anything.
Okay.
You like.
Thank you. Thank
Stay on the
you.
forest.
And you are getting a top of
You're gonna get a top up of some bourbon punch, but how about we just like back you up with a little baby Guinness?
just do that. Yeah.
You know, I love me some Guinness.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
You know what I was thinking about today?
No.
Well, I was thinking about you always, but I was thinking about the new Bomb Turks that have this new compilation album. Do y'all know about this?
No.
All these cool
I fucking
bands?
do.
Can you tell us about
I
it?
don't know that much about it, but I want to tell everyone on the planet that they're donating they're donating proceeds to keep Ace of Cups open, which is fucking amazing.
I know. It's so great. It's just more Columbus love, more music.
And you know what's
like,
sad? Like people are like, oh, and I'm like, you know, when New Bomb Turks were like playing a lot, stupid old Scrawl was on the road, and I never got to see him that much, which is sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you're in this weird club together.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in
You're
this
the
club.
cool
We're all in the club.
The cool. Cheers. Cheers.
In the
Oh, we got
club.
beers now.
I switched, you know,
Okay.
whiskey then beer, mighty risky.
There's this thing called the Reading Festival that you played at. So what year was that?
Oh my God. I don't know. Was it 96, 95,
So
97,
it's
95?
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I want you to just tell us a little bit about that. Because for
hard.
people who don't know this, so I'm watching you on the stage in Reading, UK, in England.
Yeah.
And there is like a sea of people.
Yeah. So
A sea.
the Reading Festival is amazing. It's like this. It's a big, huge music festival in Reading, England,
Been
which
there.
is we would call it Reading. They would call it Reading.
Yeah.
And it turned out that Scrawl was playing on one of the second or tertiary. Is that the right word?
Tertiary. Yes.
Did I say that right?
Third, tertiary. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stages, and then Afghan Wigs were playing from, they were still in Cincinnati at that time. They were playing on the main stage.
How'd you get up
So
there?
we played, and they were like, hey, do you want to do the song My Curse, that I sang on the record Gentleman? And I was like, sure. And I had no freaking idea. There were like 80,000 people. There were 80,000 people in the crowd.
So, two things. One, you looked like an angel who was born to sing in front of it. You look so comfortable. Were you?
No.
You look so comfortable.
No, but like there's that, and I'm sure you know what I mean. Anybody who's had to do anything under duress, where you just have to just say you get it together. Go to the first at least 15 seconds. I have my eyes closed, But it sounded so good, and like that's the thing is about performers is like, especially musicians, if what you're hearing coming at you sounds good, and let's say they enhance it a little bit, make it sound better than it even does, that's good. Yeah. You want that because you could, it just sounded so good to that I was comfortable. Yeah. If it had not sounded good, I mean, I would have lost my shit. But it was like a thing. You know what I mean? Like as soon as I started singing, I was like, okay, this is like a big fucking deal.
It's amazing.
Get it together.
Hopefully we can show a little, because it really is. It's really phenomenal.
You hurt me, baby. I flinch so when you do. Your kisses scourge me. I saw your perfume. Oh, I do not feel you. Enslaved I'll be used as a word to describe the special way I feel.
It was amazing. Yeah. I mean, it was the best I have ever sung that song and probably ever will. So I just I got like something came down, was like, do it.
You did it.
Represent.
You did it. When you walked off, what did that feel like? Just like...
it's that weird thing where you don't know what just happened. Like you just came out of surgery and you're like looking at the lights like, where am I? Who am I? But I nailed it.
Yeah, everybody needs to
that's
see
what's
that.
kind of important. I did nail it.
And
I knew it. I knew I nailed it.
Marcy Mays, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let's just go to this. If you were going to set the mood at your home, what record would you put on? If you're going to set the mood.
I would, that changes probably on a daily basis.
Well, today,
right?
I want you to be turned on today when you go home. When you go home tonight.
Today? I'm going to put on some Inner Arma. Now, I love me some fucking prog metal. I love me some metal. I love me some psych metal.
Okay.
If I want to get fucking turned on, I'm going to put on some fucking long hair, some metal. But not like, you know what I mean? Like,
I love it. I love it.
That's gonna get me inflamed.
I can't. Oh wait, you gonna do it tonight? You better do that tonight.
Get inflamed in the membrane.
Will you play for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't be that. Nobody's gonna get inflamed.
I'm already turned on. It's fine.
People ain't gonna get turned on.
I'm already turned on. It's fine. We're excited.
January.
good one.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that was gorgeous.
You know, that is a song that, like, you're given. Like, that song took, like, 20 minutes to write. I don't, like, that's where you're like, I'm just the messenger. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes a song comes and you're like, I had very little to do. You feel like you had very little to do with it. It just kind of happened. So,
Thank you.
yeah, it's a good one.
We were just wondering, we were talking earlier about things we miss. You know, we miss a lot of things, but we miss karaoke.
We do.
Oh, God. And, like, it's something that when we decided, I couldn't believe how much I miss karaoke.
Yeah.
And so, what are your karaoke songs? Because I know people want to know.
You already know, but
The
I'll
people
tell
want to
you.
know. The people want to know.
What are my karaoke songs? Well, it depends on what kind of a mood I'm in.
Okay.
But there's very likely I'm either gonna do Def Leppard. Shit, what's that song called? Out of touch, out of yeah. I got an Hysteria. That's it. Thank you, Carmen.
Hysteria.
Thanks for feeding me my line. It's gonna be Hysteria. It's gonna be Men at Work.
And then there was one more that you were telling
You're
me.
gonna be
That's been at work?
Church. The church.
Oh, the church.
Under the Milky Way.
There you go.
And I might throw out some Rihanna. Shining bright like a diamond.
Right.
The vision of ecstasy of my life.
Oh my God.
Like diamonds in the sky.
Where are we gonna go when this is
I
all
don't
over?
know, but we need some karaoke. Right here, Secret Studio Karaoke Night. I'm feeling it.
People been asking you to play Breaker Breaker.
I heard.
Can we just get indulged, please? Because it is
Yeah,
Friday
I'll play
night.
it. I hope.
Will you do it for us?
This is actually one of those songs you don't want to think too hard about.
Okay.
Because the words are just repetitive, and if you think too hard about what's the next line, you won't be able to say it. So let's just go for it.
Okay.
She packed her bag, she went far across the continent. One letter at Christmas is all we get. Breaker, 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 1-9. Breaker, 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 1-9. She packed her bags. She went far across the continent. One letter. One letter. One letter. One letter. One letter. One letter is all we did. She packed her bags. She went far across the continent. One letter at Christmas is all we get. Breaker, 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 breaker. 1-9. Know where we are. Where are we? She packed her bags, she went far across the continent. One letter, and this is all we get. Breaker, 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 1-9. It's all. It's all. It's all. It's all. It's all. It's all we get. What the fuck, you guys? Oh my God! I was like, who is singing? Oh my God! I feel like we have to do another song. I mean, we can't just leave it at that. I know. I don't know. Even I could do For Your Sister. I just want to hear Sue sing. Don't have to stay around, they said. You don't have to stay
backseat now, and he bends to meet your ground, and I hear he doesn't make you stay around. He doesn't make you stay around. Do you want me for your sister? 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 Do you want me? You don't have to stay around, I said. You don't have to stay around, I left. You don't have to stay around. You don't have to stay around.
Honestly, I cannot thank you enough for making that happen. I cannot thank you enough.
Girl, I sat in my car for an hour and a half.
It was a slow night. The piano, the drinking. Come in if you want, and like we'll get, or if you want to drink, we'll go.